Yes, today I am going to teach the chapter that is federalism. Students, first of all, the question arises that what is federalism? Federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between the central authority and the constituent units. Now you have to understand one thing, that how India is a federal country and how India is not a federal country. Two questions are there, and you have to understand this very fact. First, how India is a federal country. India is a country where there are two sets of government. Which two sets of government? Central government and state government. And central government is more powerful than the state government. So, India is a federal country. Now, second question arises that how India is not a federal country. Students, you have to understand that according to the constitution, means India is not a federal country. The word federal has not been mentioned in the constitution of India. Then what is mentioned? India is a union of states according to the constitution. So India is not a federal country. Now you understood how India is a federal country and how India is not a federal country. Now I am going to teach you the very important thing, that is the features of federalism. What are the features of federalism? Students, first point is that there are two or more than two levels of the government. Second, you have to know that each level has its own jurisdiction. They govern the same citizens, but they have their own jurisdictions. Third point is that only the Supreme Court has this very power to interpret the constitution. I am giving you one example, that if there is conflict between the two states, how it is decided? It is decided by the Supreme Court. And second thing, if there sometime it happens that there is conflict between the central government and the state government also, then how it is solved? It is solved by the Supreme Court. So I told you that only the Supreme Court has this very power to explain the constitution. Next point we have to discuss, that is the fourth point, that fundamental rights cannot be amended by one level of the government. It can be amended by both level of the government. And our last point is that our last point is that sources of revenue of the each government has been also fixed, that how they would continue, how they would be sustaining. Regarding that, each level of government has been fixed for the sources also. Their departments have been clarified. So these are the features of the federalism. You will be learning these all features. At least 5 features must be learned by you. Next thing, what we have to discuss, the next topic, that is related with different types of list. Which are the different types of list? First is union list. What is union list? In union list, the subjects which are of national importance has been kept in the union list, like railways, banking, post office, foreign affairs, telecommunications and others. The subjects, now you have to know about the state list. The subjects of the importance of state level, or you can say local level, that has been kept in the state list, like police, agriculture, irrigation, trade and others. The third list is concurrent list. What is concurrent list? Means the subjects which are important for the union as well as for the state, that has been kept in the concurrent. These subjects are marriage, next is education, then forest and others. So in this way, these are the different types of list. But I am telling you one very important thing, residuary subjects. What do you mean by residuary subject? Actually, when these lists were categorized, at that time this particular subject was not available. Which subject? Computer. So for the computer especially, the subjects which were not included in these 3 lists has been kept in the residuary list. What is the example of that? Computer, hardware, software, IT sectors, you are knowing, information technology. So these are the examples of residuary subject. So you have to understand